you can believe it. We are currently in Game 6. I am Rifkin, and this is, of course, the Acer Team Story Cup. As you can see displayed here in the top right, 4-1 is the current score of Axiom over Empire-Ence. This has been an intense series so far, but finally, Empire makes their way on the board. We'll see if they can keep it up. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning here in the lower left corner of the map, playing for Axiom, a player that I think was unexpected is going to be Alicia. As a lot of you guys in chat were expecting Ryung or like Crank to follow it up. I was also expecting Ryung or Crank, but we'll see how this young Protoss whippersnapper can do. His opponent, though, in the lower right, securing a victory for his team, now has a TVP to deal with. It's going to be Empire's Cass. And I can't even, like, my mind is still wrapped around with how crazy that last game was. How awesome everything from Heart has been so far. But guys, I do want to apologize again. I am consciously making an effort not to call games early like some sort of Joe Schmo schmuck from Europe. However, it's just like, again, I dare you, go through any VODs previous to this week. I don't do that. I don't know why I'm doing that either. There's no reason. I didn't turn a button on or something, but I will try my best to not do that again. I am solo casting as well, something I'm not too comfortable with, as Base Trade TV was built around duo casters, but yesterday we had account problems. Today we just had no one available, so it's making the best out of a bad situation. I will, of course, be covering the Zotac Monthly Finals immediately after this series, so I hope you guys will stick around for that. There's some good games to be had over there as well. Caldor is also casting, but for the time being, we're in the Acer Team Story Cup, and we got this really nice TVP on Newkirk's precinct of all maps. This map is really cool because this is like the perfect, hey Protoss, I'm coming for you with Medivacs hallway. And because of this, you'll see a lot of observers usually spread around the middle of the map, and it becomes a non-issue. Alternatively, too, you'll see Protoss players, not really all in, but put the pressure on. They don't want any. As a Protoss player, I feel a lot of the times you're left to macro and do what you can off two bases. If you're a Terran player, you're the one who's responsible for doing the damage, for putting the pressure on and trying to poke your opponent to distract them. But this is like one of those reverse situations, I feel, at least. For the games I've cast in recent days, it's usually the Protoss player that puts on the aggression, trying to keep Cass at bay, doesn't want the Terran player to spiral out of control, and I think a lot of that comes down to the way the map's structured. However, that being said, Cass is looking around for these proxies. He's expecting some cheese out of Alicia, and that's not going to be the case. 2 racks on the field, 3 Reapers. I mean, this is... Even with a Mothership Core, this is not going to be the easiest thing in the world to hold off. The one advantage is, of course, Alicia's going to know from where these Reapers come. They cannot jump up from here. This is 2 levels of cliff face, so he can only come in through here. So 1 Stalker, 1 Mothership Core, he can position them accordingly and hold this off pretty easily. And I'm wondering if Cass built 3 Reapers intentionally to go offensive, or if this was actually reactionary, expecting some sort of crazy proxy, but... we'll see what happens. Gonna come across here with these Reapers now, try and get in, do some damage, do the damages, if you will. So damage. You guys have ruined me. Alright, come on, Cass. What you doing? What sneaky shenanigans are you up to? He's gonna stay out of vision of the Nexus. Really classy move. We'll get up here now. Reapers, of course, I believe 2 volleys from 3 Reapers will kill a probe. Yeah, there we go. First blood. Gonna get some more kills here. Stalker's now out on the field, but of course, if he can keep these Reapers alive, they can trade with the Stalker. Even one of the Reapers will go down. But oh my God, Cass is racking up the kills here, guys. 7 probes killed so far. 8. Not even caring about keeping the Reapers alive for another day. Absolutely worthwhile. And if he gets this 1 out alive, comes it back for scouting later. However, Mothership Core being left somewhat unattended gets no kills actually. Okay. Forces the time warp. Marines will drive this off. For those who don't know, 3 well-microed Marines can kill a Mothership Core, but if they're just on a move, the Mothership Core wins. But oh my God, Cass was such a strong start to this game. 8 workers killed. Oh my. Well, the Robo facility came out quick, and I think Alicia wanted to get Colossus on the field. But with the severe losses he's taken already, that's not going to be a possibility. 1 more probe will go down, and this Reaper should live to see another day if handled correctly. Stalker awkwardly trying to get on top of this. Can he? Oh my God, another kill. Cass, what are you doing? 10 kills? What magic is this? What sorcery? A lot of this, of course, attribute to the fact that the Mothership Core was across the field and did not come home for quite some time. And I can't believe how many kills Cass was able to secure with that. Now, 10 kills in any other scenario, you guys might be thinking it's not a big deal, but this is actually apparently prompted Alicia to go for a Dark Shrine. So this Robo facility, while Colossus won't be coming out of it, he will certainly be going for some Dark Templar. If he can get in behind Cass's lines, drop some Dark Templar, warp in some Zealots as reinforcements, he could really drive Cass nuts. Because, of course, even as a Terran player with scans available, Dark Templar are not the easiest thing to deal with. Alright, Observer going to confirm that there's no turrets up. This is the first step, making sure that there's no way to detect those Dark Templar. You don't want to invest into this if you can't get away with it. I mean, the engineering bay is down and it's sound, but... Scans, again, will be available from these orbitals if necessary. Oh, I think Cass sees the Observer. Oh, no, never mind, sorry. Got excited, thought he was going to go for like an Observer snipe. But Warper's going to come across the map. We'll probably make a quick stop here, warp in some Dark Templar, lift in. That way the gateways will be off cooldown, allowing him to warp in again immediately afterwards if he wants to get some Zealots on the field. Just waiting to see what happens. Waiting to see. I don't think he took insurmountable amounts of damage. Like, that 10 probe kills sucks, but it doesn't put you out of the game. So I'm a little surprised this prompted him into doing this. Perhaps this was his plan from the get-go, and I'm just the worst Protoss caster of all time. However, that being said, I was right about the Dark Templar being used in Warp Prism, so I'll take that as a small victory. 3 orbitals now, though, none of which can currently scan. They will be able to in a moment. But I think Cass is probably going to end up muling. Ugh, he does mule. Other orbital does have energy. Yeah, this one does too. So, I don't know. I'm really worried about this. This Warp Prism could sit here for, quite frankly, the entirety of the game. We do see Alicia starting to make moves towards getting more gateways on the field. 2, of course, not going to be enough to warp in a ton of Zealots to auto-win. I see auto-win very cautiously. Robo Bay coming up, so Colossus will eventually be out. Dark Templar coming. If you can force a scan for 1 Dark Templar, that's an okay trade. 1 Dark Templar for 1 scan. But of course, that's not going to be the case. We do have the Observer, or the Missile Turret finishing up, so not even going to need to burn a scan. Dark Templar will be kind of in disarray as they run for their lives. Are any going to make it out of the base into the natural, though? Big question. Might force a scan here. Oh, he definitely needs to scan. He'll catch these 2 Dark Templar. 2 Dark Templar for a scan. Oh no, letting the tech lab go down like this. Cass, what is going on? Looks like what's going on is in fact a big drop on the other side of the map. Photon overcharge was popped, but there's not a lot here to defend because of course so much was invested in the offensive warp-ins. Sentries are gonna go down. Maybe no, not gonna go down, but instead worker kills being prioritized. Missile turrets still standing, but a lot of the add-ons have been picked off. A lot of the damage has been done. In the mineral lines, still Cass taking these losses. Dark Templar with 4 kills. Alright, does finally get cleaned up, but picks up his drop in the main, moves towards the natural. No overcharge over here. Gonna pick off even more workers. I love that Cass is prioritizing the worker kills over the pylon, over the Dark Shrine. Because of this, he's pulling ahead so far economically. He did lose a lot of workers, but let's not forget, that's 3 orbitals with mules dropping behind this, and Alicia has lost his entire probe line at the natural. Half of his probe line at the main has gone down. A total of 39 workers killed so far. But Robo Bay is researching Thermal Ants. Cass knows this too. He saw the Robo Bay down, so he knows Colossus will be on the field eventually. So while he's getting Hellbats in order to deal with the Zealots, I imagine we'll see some Viking production come out shortly. Actually, this is pretty cool. I like that he's going for Hellbats. You don't see a lot of Terran players incorporate Hellbats anymore, but please keep in mind that even without that Blue Flame upgrade, without the bonus damage versus Light, that's still 18 splash damage. Significantly better than what Marines can do. So these will hold the line for the Marines. The problem is those Colossus. Even though the Hellbats have a lot of health, they still go down to Colossus pretty quickly. But they do tank a lot better than the Marines will. And I guess the other big thing too is that Cass, you know, despite losing the tech lab, yes, his combat shields is really late. In fact, his combat shields is going to finish after his 2-2, something you don't see too often. Or sorry, I guess 2-1, my mistake. Colorblind. Ugh. Warp Prism has been remade though, so harassment will pick up once again. Ghost Academy going to come out here. Cass, I think, expecting Templar. Maybe perhaps misreading the Colossus. I mean, he saw the Robo Bay. He knows it was down. But that may not matter. These are 5 fully loaded medevacs ready to drop and bring the pain. Is there even an overcharge available? There is 1. There will be 1 photon overcharge available. So drop. So heavy. So marine. That's all I can say right now. We got Blink coming out. It's being chronoed like crazy, but this probe line is going to get absolutely wrecked. REKT. Good game is called. Not even want to deal with this. Cass bringing another win on the board for his team.